The third Sunday of Advent, Cycle B. The community's action in solidarity and Association Jesus Solidarity invite you to listen to the living gospel. Today, the third Sunday of Advent, let us meditate on the gospel according to John, chapter 1, verses 6 to 8 and 19 to 28, with commentary from Father Patsy Lloydie, priest, in the voice of Chi Lakeisha. Proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to St. John. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify concerning the light, so that through him all might believe. He himself was not the light. He came only as a witness to the light. Now, this was John's testimony when the Jewish leaders in Jerusalem sent priests and Levites to ask him who he was. He did not fail to confess, but confessed freely, "I am not the Messiah." So they asked him, "Then who are you? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." Finally they said, "Who are you? Give us an answer to take back to those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" John replied in the words of Isaiah the prophet, "I am the voice of one calling in the wilderness. Make straight the way of the Lord." Now the Pharisees who had been sent questioned him, "Why then do you baptize if you are not the Messiah, nor Elijah, nor the prophet?" "I baptize with water," John replied, "but among you stands one you do not know. He is the one who comes after me, the straps of whose sandals I am not worthy to untie." This all happened at Bethany on the other side of the Jordan, where John was baptizing. The word of the Lord. Father Patsy's commentary. Dear friends, Christmas is near. The liturgy again presents John the Baptist, precursor of Jesus. Have you noticed his last words? They are the same as last Sunday's, and they are from two different and distant Gospels. John's Gospel was written 30 years after Mark's. Once again, the humility of the Baptist and the proclamation of the greatness of Jesus appear. But this was the realization after the resurrection. During his life, Jesus did not live with greatness. John the Baptist is a witness of the light. He is not the light. The light is Jesus. John recognizes it. John is under suspicion. A commission has come from Jerusalem to examine him. Institutions tend to be suspicious of prophets, and they often persecute them. Look at the answers he gives to those in Jerusalem. More and more harsh. The first time he says, "I am not the Messiah." The second, "I am not." The third, "No." He was not a sycophant of authority, nor of religious authority. He acted for God, only for God, like all prophets. And the civil authority eliminated him, like Saint Oscar Romero in El Salvador, with the tacit approval of various religious authorities. If you want to follow Jesus prophetically, don't sell out. How ridiculous are those people who worship their leaders, pastors, and hierarchies. Worshipping God alone is a source of freedom and personality. A great example, a great witness, and a great martyr. Quite a model. Prepare the way of the Lord. make the paths straight. He shouts to us today too. And He invites us to improve our personal lives and then work with other people like us for a better society. May the Lord give us the grace to follow the example of John the Baptist. Prayer. The tree. I have seen an imposing tree, planted in the middle of the desert, with roots that sink into the sand. They do not dry out nor die. I see branches growing to the east and west, embracing the space and rising above the clouds towards eternity. Beside it, the kings are bushes of squalid branches, and the rulers dwarves who only have the strength of the sword. He continues talking to us from prison, shouting at us from martyrdom, pushing disciples to the prophet who arrives from the bosom of the clouds. What did you go out to see in the desert? You ask me, and I am left speechless. Small before such enormous sculptures, sticks that never bend to any wind because they come from above and nourish their roots in bottomless abysses. And the wind awakens in my dreams of unfathomable depths, eager to climb higher than the high mountains.